Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and during this lesson, we will discuss and listen to people comparing different brands. So that is the topic today, comparing brands. And so we will discuss this topic, and we will also listen to a dialogue and then read the dialogue, and then we will look at some comparative and superlative adjectives and then compare different brands ourselves. So, all right. So hello, Arlena, and hello, Anton, and hello, Alejandro. How are you guys
Hello.
today?
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
I'm very well. Hi.
Excellent. Excellent. And Anna Carolina, you changed your picture again. What is this now?
It's
A little
a
dog.
doggy. Yes.
Uh-huh. Awesome. It's almost as it's almost it's the same as the so you've got the dog and Sabrina has the cat that are both so funny. That's great. And then Alejandro, can you speak?
Hello. Yes.
Hello,
Can you
nice
hear
to
me?
see you.
Ah,
Yeah, I can hear you. Awesome. Awesome. How and you
okay,
have
great.
also a cat as well. So, and then Diana, when I first met her, I always thought she was from Asia because of the Asian writing. But you are from Colombia, right, Diana? So, hello, Diana. Can you speak? Then we have Anton. This is that really you, Anton?
Yeah,
Yep. Okay. Is that water in front of the picture?
and it's a selfie from it's reflection on the mirror.
Okay, it's a mirror reflection. Awesome. All right. Hello, Miguel. How are you?
Oh, hello. I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Very good. And from Miguel?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. Awesome. Well, welcome.
Oh,
Welcome.
thank you.
And my name is Holly, and I'm from Idaho, up in the United States.
Oh,
So,
nice to
and
meet
hello, nice to meet you, Miguel. And Martin, how are you today?
Hey, Holly. A little good.
A little good. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, it's Friday, right?
yeah, it's Friday.
Friday. So where are you from, Martin?
I'm Mexican, but in this moment I'm living in United States, in Pennsylvania State, using the border with New
In
York
Penn.
State. In Pennsylvania, yeah.
Okay. All right. Pennsylvania, but on the Pennsylvania New York border. Okay. A
hmm
part of the U.S. I've never been to, but I've always wanted to go. So,
I live in a little town in Pennsylvania. Just first, I'm here for 3 months. I'm here for training in the job.
awesome, awesome. Well, welcome,
Yes.
welcome to the U.S.
Thank
and
you.
welcome to
Thank
Verbling as
you.
well. Claudio, how are you today?
Oh, hi, Holly. I'm doing great. I am
Excellent.
some days without any class and without speaking English, so
Uh-huh.
my ears are a little bit slow.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so you feel a little rusty.
Yeah, like that.
So,
How
yeah.
are
All
you
right.
doing? Hi, everyone as well.
Yeah. And Anton, that's true. Anton, you were in the future. That's
Yeah,
that's great to notice. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah. So how is Saturday? Because the rest of us are still on Friday.
well, I don't know how to say.
Okay. So everything's fine. No.
Everything fine. Yeah.
We made it to Friday. So that's good to know that the world's not going to end, right? So, um all right. And Diana, can you speak yet? Can we hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Oh,
yay.
well.
Yay. So
Hello.
when you first came in, Diana, I was commenting on how Anna, Carolina, and Sabrina, and Alejandro all had animals, and
Yes.
to
Oh,
and
yes.
I somehow when you first started taking my classes, I always thought you were from China, so
Yes,
because of
always I have the same picture.
yeah, but you're
Yes.
from Colombia, so all right.
Yes, I
Well,
am.
welcome. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Today's topic what we are going to do is we are going to go over um, comparing brands, and we will discuss this, but we will also do a listening activity, so we will have the opportunity to listen to other people besides ourselves. And then we will just systematically go through this worksheet as we practice English. So it is so we will go ahead and do that. So let's start out with when we think of consumer electronics, what do you think is the best brand for consumer electronics and why? So let's start out with Alejandro. What do you think is the best brand for consumer electronics and why?
Um, for me is uh, the most cheaper in my country.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
And what is that called?
um, for me, it's Asus, the best
Asus?
brand. Yes,
Is that's spelled like this? Is that how
A
it's spelled?
S E U S S.
Okay, yeah, because I've seen that before, I think. So, okay, and you like it because it is the cheapest,
Uh,
and so many
yes,
people can.
yes, the cheapest. For me, it's the best.
Right, excellent, thank you. And Sabrina, what do you think is the best brand for consumer electronics and why?
For me is LG because
LG. Uh-huh.
yes, because I don't have problem with this brand and I don't need to go the assistance technical assistance,
Mm-hmm.
so it's amazing and it's possible to use a long time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent, thank you. And Anna Carolina, what is your opinion?
Um, well, it depends on which kind of electronic for
Uh-huh.
computer hardware, computer software, iPhone, iPod, those things, tablet, Apple.
Okay.
Um, I have no doubts.
Uh-huh.
Um, for TV, and things like that, Samsung. For home
Samsung.
appliance, Samsung.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh, for home appliance as well. And for camera, Nikon.
Okay, Nikon. Okay. So
Nikon.
so far it looks like Japan and Korea are winning the electronics. Where's Asus from? Anybody know?
Mm, Japan?
I have
Japan?
never heard.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
Nika.
don't really know.
Yeah. Because I've heard of it, but I don't really use it. And LG and Samsung are both Korean, and Nikon
Korean.
is Japanese. Of course, Apple I think is American, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. And Miguel, what is your opinion? What do you think is the best brand for
I like
electronics?
the Toshiba. I had
Toshiba.
one notebook.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I like the Japanese brands.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And Anton, what do you think? What is your favorite?
Well, I love Korean brands like LG and Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Okay.
They deliver really high quality solutions.
Uh-huh. Awesome. And the Koreans would be very proud to hear that. So, excellent. And Martin, what do you think? In your opinion, what is the best brand for consumer
Uh,
electronics?
I think it depends of the gadget. For example, for cell phone, I prefer the American brand. Like I prefer Apple.
Me
Apple,
too.
and for another gadget, I prefer the Japanese brand. For example, Sony, Panasonic, and Toshiba too. Sharp. Depend of the equipment, and sometimes I like to Europe German brand like Siemens. I think is one of the best brand in the world.
Okay.
And, and for me, it's very important to buy a electronic with a good brand because you want to put attention in the warranty. Because if you buy a China's brand, maybe your item or your gadget could be not work in shortly time.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I was surprised when Sabrina mentioned LG because I bought an LG computer, and at the 2-year mark, right when my warranty was over, the LG broke.
Yeah.
So.
For example, I don't like Samsung because I think they make the equipment for a specific time. For example, I bought a smart TV Samsung. Just in 2 years too, when my TV started with some problem, the warranty was over, and then that made me so sad because if you buy a TV, you buy a TV for more than 5 years, maybe 10 years, like in the past year. And now the TV only I don't know how to say in English. The TV now only have a specific time for life.
Yeah, so the warranty only lasts for a certain amount of time. Yeah. So, and that's one thing I like about Apple, because Apples will last for a long time. So, Claudio, what is your opinion? What is your favorite? What do you think is the best brand for consumer electronics?
Okay, Holly. I agree with some classmates here that it depends on what kind of electronics we are talking about. To be honest, if I don't like the kind of electronics, for instance, I don't care about smartphones. So in this case, for me, the cheapest, as another friend said, is the better brand. But we were talking about my favorite gadget, that is photo cameras. I would say that Canon is the best. Canon, yes, is the best brand. I really like their cameras, and that's it. That's it.
Okay.
I remember another thing. It depends on the time, on the time that we were talking about. I already liked a lot Nokia, the old Nokia cell phones. Do you remember that old Nokia?
Oh yeah, a Nokia. Yeah, I used to teach there.
As Martin was talking about, and Nokia had a strong electronic brand that could, during the whole life, 10 years, maybe 20 years, like the old televisions, and we could do our whole life. But nowadays, I buy a camera, I buy some gadgets today, and 1 year, 2 years ago, 2 years ahead, and this gadget will go over, will go down.
Yeah.
Turn down.
Yeah. So the gadget is. So basically, you buy a gadget, and 2 years later, the brand isn't even there. So for example, Nokia actually started as a tire company, and they started getting into electronics, and then they really concentrated only on cell phones, which I believe a lot of these are Nokia phones right here. So.
Do you remember that cell phone is called the StarTAC? It was very old. It was very old. It is the old millennium.
Oh, okay. No, I don't remember that. So
it was the best cell phone that day.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Kelvin, how about you? What do you think is the best brand for consumer electronics?
Hi, teacher.
Hi. Welcome.
Okay. Thank you. I use the Sony brand, but I like your Motorola brand because it has the best of the software. It's more pure.
Really?
Yeah. Pure is a software that don't have many alterations, like Android, for example.
Okay.
Okay. Also, I think the people are influenced for the brand and the market, but they have to see the configurations and improves. That's it.
Improvements, yeah. So the configurations and improvements. Okay, improvements. Okay, excellent. Thank you. And, excuse me, Diana. What do you think is the best brand for consumer electronics?
I agree with the people that depends on the product. And I think in cell phones I like a lot Sony and Motorola. I think that brands have products with low cost and great products and the advantage to the user, and are smaller than other cell phones. I love the small cell phones because the big ones are very uncomfortable. And then what?
Say that again. So Motorola, your favorite ones are Sony and Motorola because of their size?
Yes.
Okay,
and
awesome.
The prices are lower than other ones. But in TVs and other products like music products, I think Samsung is very good. And in computers, I love Toshiba or Lenovo.
Oh, really? And Lenovo. That's bear with me a moment. Lenovo. That's an HP product, isn't it?
What?
Lenovo.
Lenovo. Yeah. No. Lenovo.
Oh, I don't know this one.
I don't know. The small V.
Yeah. Oh, Lenovo. Okay. Yeah. In fact, I had one for a while. I should know this one. So awesome. All right. Thank you. Yeah. And for me, I agree with whoever said Apple. To me, I love Apple products, and pretty much any time that an Apple is made, that's my favorite. But also, the other product that I like, which is Claudio mentioned, is Nokia. But that I might be biased because I lived in Finland for so long, and Nokia was the big product there. So all right, excellent. So let's go ahead, and what we are going to do is you are going to listen to a market survey interview with a consumer. We will listen and answer the questions below. Okay, so if we're going to listen to it one time, and if you would like to listen to it a second time, please tell me. What I'm going to do is turn it on right now. Bear with me a moment.
Good afternoon. Do you mind answering a few questions?
How long will it take?
Just a couple of minutes.
Well, I guess I can answer a few questions. Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to know your opinion. What is the best brand for laptops, smartphones, and other consumer electronics?
I'd say that Apple is the best brand. I always buy their products, and I'm quite satisfied.
And which brand is the most expensive?
Well, Apple is also the most expensive brand. I guess that's why they are the best, in my opinion.
And which brand do you think is the worst?
To be honest, I don't really know. I haven't tried too many brands.
Thank you. Which is the most suitable brand for older people?
Well, I'm still quite young, but I think that Apple products are generally easier to use than other products, so they would probably be the most suitable for older people.
So which brand do you think is the most popular with younger people?
Apple again? Or maybe Samsung?
Have you tried any Samsung products?
No, I haven't, but my friends have Samsung smartphones, and we are generally quite happy with them. But I think that Apple make better and more reliable laptops. I've never had any problems.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Do you guys need to hear this again, or shall we go on?
Go
on. Kelvin, what did you say?
I think
Yes, I need.
Need to hear it again?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. All right.
Good afternoon. Do you mind answering a few questions?
How long will it take?
Just a couple of minutes.
Well, I guess I can answer a few questions. Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to know your opinion. What is the best brand for laptops, smartphones, and other consumer electronics?
I'd say that Apple is the best brand. I always buy their products, and I'm quite satisfied.
And which brand is the most expensive?
Well, Apple is also the most expensive brand. I guess that's why they are the best, in my opinion.
And which brand do you think is the worst?
To be honest, I don't really know. I haven't tried too many brands.
Thank you. Which is the most suitable brand for older people?
Well, I'm still quite young, but I think that Apple products are generally easier to use than other products, so they would probably be the most suitable for older people.
So which brand do you think is the most popular with younger people?
Apple again? Or maybe Samsung?
Have you tried any Samsung products?
No, I haven't, but my friends have Samsung smartphones, and we are generally quite happy with them. But I think that Apple make better and more reliable laptops. I've never had any problems.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you, and I do apologize for about my dog. So,
no problem.
so it's like no. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can answer the questions, and do keep in mind that on this page here on Verbling, just go down here. You can download the worksheet and the audio right there. So you can do the worksheet and the audio, so that you can listen to it again for those of you guys who want more listening practice. So let's look at this. So what is the let's start with Alejandro.
Yes.
If you remember, what is the consumer's favorite brand for laptops, smartphones, and other consumer electronics?
She said Apple.
Apple, yes. Okay, and Anna Carolina, which brand does she think is the most expensive?
Apple as well.
Yeah, I think she was an Apple fan.
Yes, a diehard.
Yeah.
Or hard to die. No, a diehard fan. Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. One moment.
Hello, dog.
Yeah, Alpo is hearing noise from outside and he's wanting to know what's going on. So sorry about that. My dog, not Apple, but my dog's name is Alpo. So all right. So hello, Jose. Welcome. So okay. So number 3, does she have a least favorite brand? And Anton.
She's not sure.
Yeah. So she's not sure. Perfect. Okay. So she isn't sure because she hasn't tried many brands at all. So Alpo A, come here. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. So which brand does she think is the most suitable for older people and why? Claudio.
She think that Apple is more suitable.
Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said that she wasn't so older, but she think that is easier. That is easier to older. To elderly.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Or I don't remember.
Yeah.
She said why?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, what she said was their products are easier to use.
Oh yes, that's it.
Exactly. Okay. All right. And Diana, the next question: which brand does she think is the most popular with younger people?
She says that Apple again.
I know. I was kind of like, what? First time I heard this. Okay, yeah. So Apple. Was there another brand that she thought was also very popular?
Yes, and she says that it's easier to use for older and younger people.
Was there another brand?
Samsung.
Samsung, yes. So it was Apple or Samsung. Perfect. All right. And Kelvin, what do her friends think of Samsung products? Kelvin, are you okay? He had to leave. Okay, and then Martin.
I'm here.
Yeah. So what do her friends think of Samsung products?
She said that Samsung work, the laptops, the products Samsung work very well too.
Okay, yeah. So they work really well for them.
Yeah, the product doesn't have problems, but she prefers Apple.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. And Nina, which company makes better laptops in her opinion? Can you speak? I know several of you have been jumping in and out because of connection difficulties, and I totally can relate. So, Miguel, how about you? Did you hear this? Which company makes better laptops in her opinion?
I think is Asus make the better laptop.
Yeah. However, okay. In your opinion, how about does anybody remember what she said?
Yeah. She
said Apple.
Apple. I think it's a commercial for Apple in this class.
I think so too. I'm like going, really? No, I really like my iPhone and I like my iPad, but I also like the Kindle and I like my Samsung and other things too. So,
yeah, I prefer Apple too. I have my iPhone and my iPad. I think the gadgets are very friendly.
But there are some other ones that are good as well. So let's go on. Bear with me a moment. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get this noise out of my room. Yeah, everyone. His name is Alpo, kind of like Apple, but Alpo. and this really helps you guys know that we all are working from home. So we're all at home, and I think all of us have that kind of stuff going on. So anyway, let's go on to, bear with me a moment. Sometimes when I first started teaching online about 8 years ago, he would jump on my lap, and I was using a web camera, and he was always wanting to know why I was having so much fun. So he would look in the camera, but he doesn't do that anymore. So, all right, so let's complete the dialogue, and let's have each person read one line. Let's start with Alejandro. Can you read the first one?
Yes. Good afternoon. Do you mind answering a few questions?
Okay, and remember the word answer right here, or answering, does not have the W. So we would say, do you mind answering a few questions? Okay. All right, Ana Carolina, second line.
How long will it take?
Anton?
Just a couple of minutes.
Okay, Diana.
Well, I guess I can answer a few questions. Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Okay, and Jose, welcome. Can you read the next one?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, the last one would be okay, interviewer. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, interviewer. Okay, I'd like to know your opinion. What is the better brand for laptops?
Okay. Yeah. What is the better? What is the superlative form of better?
The best.
The best. Yes.
Oh, yes. What is the best brand for laptops, smartphones, and other consumer electronics?
Okay. And Kelvin.
Hello, teacher.
Yes. Can you read the next line?
Okay. I'd say the Apple is the best brand. I always buy the product, and I'm quite satisfied.
Perfect. And then Martin.
Which brand is the most expensive?
Perfect. Perfect. Most expensive. Okay, and next person, is that Miguel?
Well, Apple is also the most expensive brand. I guess that's why they are the best in my opinion.
Okay, and Sabrina.
And which brand do you think is the worst?
Okay. Okay, and then back to Alejandro.
Thank you. Which is
right here, Kate.
To be honest, I don't really know. I haven't tried too many brands.
Okay, Anna Carolina.
Well, I'm still quite young, but I think that Apple products.
No, the one before that. Thank you.
Okay. Oh my gosh, thank you. Which is the most suitable brand for older people?
Okay. Great, which is the most suitable? Perfect. Okay, and then Anton?
Well, I'm still quite young, but I've seen that Apple products are generally better to use than other products, so they would probably be the most suitable for older people.
Right, thank you. Diana?
So, which brand do you think is the most popular with younger people?
Yeah, the most popular. Okay. And And Jose, the next one.
Okay. Apple again, or maybe Samsung?
Okay, thank you. And very good pronunciation on that one. And then Miguel, next one.
Have you tried using any Samsung products?
And Sabrina.
No, I haven't, but my friends have Samsung smartphones and they are generally quite happy with them. But I think that Apple make the best and something laptops. I've never had any problems.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, so Apple makes better and more reliable laptops.
Okay.
More reliable. Okay, and then the last one, Alejandro, can you read that one?
Yes. Thank you very much for your time.
Perfect. Okay, and as far as the words, the only one that I just checked the answers, and the only one that was not correct was this one. It should be easier. However, better grammatically works totally fine in this. All right, so let's go on. So obviously, when we look at this, we have the best, the most expensive, the worst, the most suitable, easier, better, most popular, better, more reliable. We are going to be talking about comparatives and superlatives. So let's look at these two sentences from the dialogue. Which brand is the most expensive? I think that Apple make better and more reliable laptops. Better and more reliable are the comparative forms of the adjectives good and reliable. Most expensive is the superlative form of expensive. How do we form the comparative and superlative form of adjectives? Let's study the table on the next page. So words with one syllable, we add an ER. So cheap becomes cheaper, nice becomes nicer. With the superlative form, we just add an EST. So cheap becomes cheapest, nice becomes nicest. Two-syllable words ending in Y. So we have Y becomes an IER. So we have early becomes earlier, lucky becomes luckier. And then Y becomes IEST, early becomes earliest, lucky becomes luckiest. Two or more syllables, we have use more. For example, more expensive, more boring. Or we use most expensive, most boring. So if it's two or more syllables. Then of course we have the irregular forms. We have good is better, bad is worse, far is further. What do you think this one would be? Let's see, Diana, what do you think the superlative form of the irregular form of good would be?
Best.
Best, all right. And what do you and Anna Carolina, what about bad?
Worst.
Worst, perfect. Okay, let's important points. After comparatives, use than. For example,
question.
You misspelled.
Oh, thank you. Somebody have a question?
Yes, I don't understand what it means for.
Far. Okay,
Yeah.
how far? For example, who asked this? Was that Diana?
Yes.
Okay, Diana. Okay, far has to do with distance. Okay.
Yes.
So, so distance. So, do you live in Bogota?
Yes.
Okay. How far is Bogota from the beach, from the coast?
Look.
Yeah, it's very far. So it's very far. So is Bogota, when it comes to further, is it further to the coast than, I don't even know another town in Colombia.
Medellin.
Medellin. And we would say, yes, it is further because Milligan is very close to the coast, right?
It's more close, closer.
Yeah, it's closer. Yeah, so it is closer. Where Bogota is further away because it's in the mountains or the hills. So, all right. So that's what that means. And okay, so important points. We always use, with comparatives, we always use than. So the bus is cheaper than the train. Before comparative forms, you can use much, a lot, a bit, a little, slightly. So plane tickets are much more expensive than train tickets. The United States is a lot bigger than Mexico, and Russia is a lot bigger than the United States. So we usually use the before superlative forms. For example, the plane is the farthest option. He is the most interesting people I know. Okay, does anybody figure out the grammatical mistake in this one? He is one of the most interesting people I know. Can anybody fix this one? Mistake by the publisher. Anyone?
He is the most without of?
No, we got the one.
No. Oh my gosh, he is the without one of. I don't know.
Well, I guess
sorry.
no. I guess actually, person sounds right, but grammatically, I guess it's not one. It's one of the most interesting people. So that would make it. To me, it sounds like he's one of the most interesting person I know. That's not right either. Okay, forget that. So interesting. He is the most interesting. If we have one, take off one of. You would say he is the most interesting person I know, but I was thinking I didn't realize one of was there. So sorry, that's a mistake by me. Okay, let's find examples of superlatives. Well, we've done that. Okay, let's move on. Let's practice. Let's complete each sentence using a comparative form with much, a lot, slightly, a little, or a bit. More than one answer is possible. So for those of you guys who were in my superlatives and comparatives class a couple weeks ago or last week, you might recognize this. So let's start with number one. So, Sabrina, could you read number one?
The SUV is much faster than the smart car.
Okay. And Alejandro, could you do number two?
The smart car is more slower than the SUV.
Oh, so the smart car is what slower?
Much slower.
Much slower. Okay, much slower than the SUV. Okay, and excellent. Miguel, could you do number three?
The SUV is more expensive than the smart car.
More expensive. Perfect. And you can say much more expensive, or a lot more expensive, or a bit. I would say a bit more. Yes. See, a bit more expensive.
Better.
Yeah. All right. Number four, Anton, can you do that one?
The SUV is a lot bigger than the smart car.
Yes, a lot bigger. Perfect. Okay, and number five, Diana.
The smart car is a little cheaper than the SUV.
A little cheaper. And Anna Carolina, I accidentally skipped you, so I'm sorry about that. Can you do number six?
The smart car is far smaller than the SUV.
It's far smaller. That's good. It's far smaller. Perfect. Okay, so in your opinion, Alejandro, which car would you rather have? A smart car or an SUV, and why?
I think SUV because it's a lot of bigger than smart car.
Okay, the SUV because of the size, because it is
Yeah.
a lot bigger. Okay, perfect. Sabrina, how about you? Which car would you prefer to have, the smart car or the SUV?
I prefer the smart car because you don't have a lot of space in the street and roads, so
Uh-huh.
it's easy to drive and go when I want to go.
Uh-huh. So it's easier to drive, or it's much
Yeah.
easier to drive. Uh-huh. Awesome. Okay. And Anna Carolina, what is your opinion? Which car is better? Which would you prefer to have, the smart car or the SUV?
The SUV.
And why?
Because I have a big family.
Ah, okay, because it's much bigger. Okay. It's a lot bigger.
No,
Okay.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but I was clarifying. So you have because you have a large family and therefore it's much bigger, right? So, Miguel,
Uh,
how
I
about you?
prefer to have SUV because for me the SUV is beautiful than a smart car.
Okay, so it's more beautiful than the smart car. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, excellent. All right, and Diana, how about you? Which would you prefer, smart car or the SUV?
It depends. If I need to move in the city, I prefer the smart car because it's smaller, and in the city the traffic is terrible. You can move easier than a big car in the city. But if I need to have a trip, it's better the SUV because it's bigger and I can put on the car my bags and all the things I need for the trip.
Because it is bigger. Awesome. All right, and then finally, Anton, which would you prefer, the car or the SUV or the smart car?
Well, it depends on where I live. Uh, for now, I would prefer the SUV because in Siberia we have many unpaved roads, and it's practically more useful
Uh-huh.
than
Okay.
smart car.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go on to the practice 2. Let's complete each sentence with the comparative and superlative form of the verbs in brackets. So, number 1, Sabrina, can you read this one?
The manager's office is smaller than the conference room.
Perfect. And Alejandro, could you read this one? Number 2.
This is the worst smartphone I ever had.
Okay. And number 3, Miguel.
Speaking is much easier than writing.
Perfect. Much easier than writing. Is that true?
No. For me, reading is
Is
easier
easier than
than
writing.
speaking or writing.
Uh-huh. All right. And number 4, Anton, what would you say? Oh, wait, number 4, could you do that one?
Chinese is much difficult than
Okay. So Chinese is much more difficult.
more difficult, yeah.
Yeah, more difficult. Would you agree with that? Or do you
Well,
know?
actually, people who studied Chinese say that it's one of most idiomatic idiomatic languages, and it's hard to learn because of many idioms. But it's very logic.
Really? Have you studied Chinese?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, have you studied Chinese then?
No, I'm
Okay.
talking about the people who studied.
Okay, they have said okay, and it's very logical. or maybe you could say it's more logical than English. Okay, more logical. Okay, awesome. All right, and Miguel, can you do number 5?
Their office is a lot further than I thought.
Perfect. Their office is a lot further than I thought. Perfect. And Diana, could you do number 6?
This is one of the most delicious dishes I've ever eaten.
Perfect. Okay, and number 7, Sabrina.
Joe is the most young employee in this company.
Okay, so in this one we would put an EST at the end. So Joe is the youngest employee. Okay, could you read the next part?
Everybody else is much older than him.
Perfect. Much older than him. Awesome. All right, number 8, Alejandro. Can you do that one?
Yes, Microsoft is one of the biggest company in the world.
One of the biggest companies. Perfect. And number 9, Anton.
The meeting this morning was much longer than 30 minutes.
Okay, it's much longer than 30 minutes. Okay. And number 10, Miguel.
The new market manager is a lot more creative than the previous one.
Okay, a lot more creative. Perfect. And number 11, Diana.
This is the hottest month of the year, so you can wear a t-shirt at work.
Perfect. Very good. All right. So let's talk, discuss this. Let's choose a product category from the list below, and then discuss these products. So we can do clothes, cars, cleaning products, watches, coffee shops, fast food, or your industry. Well, since we're all in different industries, we won't do number 7. So Diana, can you choose one of these topics, and let's see if we can talk about it.
The question is for Anton. Where is the best coffee shop have you ever tried?
And so, let me correct that first. Okay, so what is the best coffee? We could say either brand of coffee.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Coffee you have ever tried, or to the other way, you can say, what is the best coffee shop you have been to?
Okay.
I think let's do the first one. So Anton.
To be honest, I never been to the coffee shop because it's not so popular in my country.
So is coffee popular in Russia?
No, tea popular, but not coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how about Alejandro?
Yeah. I asked to Miguel, what is the best brand of car for you?
Okay. So Miguel?
For me,
yeah.
The best brand of car is is Ford or Peugeot?
Or what? Peugeot? Oh, we don't have that one in my country.
Ford is good too.
Yeah, Peugeot though is it seems like it's everywhere else, but not in the U.S.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Don't have Peugeot.
Yeah, I know of it because I've lived in Europe. But all right. So, Alejandro, what do you think? In your opinion, what is the best brand of car?
In Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. So we've got okay, and Diana, what do you think is the best brand of car?
I think Toyota.
Toyota.
Yes,
Okay.
because they produce big and comfortable cars for travels and trips, and are very resistant to the weather and the difficult roads.
Okay. All right. And Anton, what do you think is the best brand of car?
I also think it's Toyota because I had one and it's really quality automobile.
Okay. And Sabrina, what do you think is the best brand of car?
I agree with the class. I prefer Japanese car, so I like them too.
Okay. All right. And Miguel, could you spell Peugeot for me? So I don't even know how to spell it.
I think P-E-U-G. Let me see in the internet.
Okay. Because I was like, how do I spell it?
G-O-T.
G-O-T, is it like this? Peugeot? Okay.
You forgot O. No, it's I before the O. G-E-O-T.
E-O-T. Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then, in my opinion, Mercedes-Benz. So I'm more of a German car person. Japanese is okay. American, that's what I drive now. I drive a Ford. So, all right. And Diana, question for you. What do you think is the best brand of coffee?
I
Being from
love
Colombia.
the coffee of Juan Valdez. Really.
Valdez?
Yeah, Juan Valdez.
Juan Valdez, okay. All right. And so, Anton, you're not a coffee drinker, and I'm not a coffee drinker either, so I don't know the brands. So, Alejandro, what do you think is the best brand of coffee?
I don't like the coffee so much.
Okay.
Starbucks.
Starbucks, okay.
I don't know. Starbucks, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. And Miguel, what is your opinion? What is the best brand of coffee?
I think it's Starbucks too, but I didn't used to go there.
Oh, okay.
Because
So,
rarely I drink coffee.
okay, so instead of I didn't used to go there, say I don't go there, or I rarely go there.
Okay, I don't go there.
Okay. And Sabrina, what do you think is the best brand of coffee?
I don't like coffee too.
Okay. We have 4 non-coffee drinkers in this. So so Diana and Miguel, you guys can debate it. But it looks like we are out of time. I hope you guys learned some new words and phrases, and just got a chance to practice the superlative and had fun in the process. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you in another class. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.